Good day, folks. I'm Harold Forrest. I'm a trustee of South Auckland and the Commission Assisted Living. I'm also a trustee of South Auckland and the Commission. I'm the pastor there, and I would like to welcome you and introduce you a little bit more to what we do. SAAM AL, which stands for the Assisted Living Trust, has been set up due to an urgent need that came about with somebody requiring housing who had traumatic brain injury and coming out of prison. There was no other place for them. No one was able to take them. They had been previously denied accommodation living at two previous caregivers centres. And it was a bit of a crisis. So as a group of Christians who have been involved in this, myself, I have 8 welfare guardianships and multiple property guardianships, and I have fostered teenagers from troubled families for some years now. So we decided that we would ask God about what was needed, and we prayed in church, the whole church, and we asked God that we needed a house for this gentleman to live in by Wednesday, and it was the Sunday. By the Wednesday, we were offered 4 houses, which in today's market is not normal. And we have been offered an ongoing supply of houses available to us. Because of this, we have set up our first house, which is the background to what that in front of behind me here. This house is a 3-bedroom home with open plan living. We have fully furnished it. It's got all new appliances, all new furniture. Every room has king single beds. Every person has a TV in their room, as well as there was in the common area. These places are designed that they can be a permanent home for those with brain injury. In this particular house, we have 2 people in this house, and we have an emergency room for cases where we need an urgent overnight stay till we find further accommodation. Further down the road, we have another house, which is a 4-bedroom house, which we have set up. It's all fully furnished with appliances, TVs, internet, everything as well, just like this house, to the same level of standard of furnishings. All the furniture and everything is bought and purchased to a very strong, hard-wearing, low maintenance material. So they're all solid timber, there's brand new linen provided for every house, multiple sets for every room. If the house is basically for the client can just walk in with their clothes and that and live. We take them food shopping. We take them to things like occupational therapy, to work in income if necessary. We work with ACC on their behalf. We will take them to probation if they have probation reportings that have to be done. If they have to go to court, we will actually attend court with them. We will provide all the resources and support that is actually needed. Each house has internal security. Every public area is videoed, and this is recorded for in the case that there's anything that goes wrong. We have staff who come and support. We have the van that's in the picture as well. That's for taking people around to do things. So what are we asking for from Give a Little? One of the problems that we have is to set up each house costs around $20,000 in furniture, appliances, setting up internet, setting up the power, paying bonds, paying rent in advance. We generally have to pay out 6 weeks of rent and bonds in advance for every house. We have to set up the security systems in every house. It requires everything from beds, linen, washing machine, curtains, lounge suite, tables, all the cutlery, everything is required. So to set up each house is about $20,000. The operation of the houses, we are able to sustain through what we get in grants or from payments that we get from ACC or other wins, etc. But then no organisation such as these cover the setup costs. And so therefore we have a pretty high bill to set up every place. We currently have set up 2, which has cost us over $40,000. We have an opportunity to set up a few more. We need to set up a place for ladies, and we need to also set up a secure facility for those that need high-level security, which is going to cost more still. We have properties available to us to do this. We have one rural property, which will be the secure facility, but we need the capital to set this up. So this is a personal appeal to ask if you could help us to set up these places. It's a desperate need. 60% of those in prison suffer from traumatic brain injury. This is often the main reason that they're in prison. People with TBI suffer from lack of control. Once you've had a frontal lobe damage to your brain, you have a very tough time to be able to de-escalate anything. So if you elevate an aggression or elevate an anger or anything, the status is normally that they lose control. And sometimes it can go as far as seizures. But once control thing is you have to walk away and you have to de-escalate the environment. So we try in our houses to make everything a de-escalated environment and to work with these people not to escalate any issues. And so this is a very difficult environment to work in. It's urgently needed. What happens now most of the time is people in this situation threaten somebody or they get aggressive and they end up in jail. And it's the only pathway in society basically for them at this present point in time. So there is an urgent need for this, to create de-escalating environments and long-term residential solutions for these people. In the past, we used to have it provided by the mental health care, and that has all stopped many years ago. And these people were put in a community, the result of which many of them have ended up in jail for silly little things like stealing some food while they're living on the street. So we need to provide for them as a community. And we're asking you to help us to do this. We believe it is what God would want us to do. We're a Christian organization, but we will take anybody of any belief. We will take anybody of any gender or sexual orientation. We are not biased in these areas. God requires us to love everybody. And so therefore, we will provide for all, but we need your assistance to be able to do it. I trust you can help us. Thank you.